And love will tear us apart again. Love will tear us apart again.
Hello to all. It's been 6 months since I last posted any videos. I've been pretty active in Facebook, not much under my, current moniker of the worldly spouse. But that's about it, really. I've been just busy over the summer, having a good summer with the kids and wife, the family. We're still all together. Nothing has imploded. So everything's good there. The kids, they are really thinking for themselves, and they have been for quite a while now, to the point where they could defend themselves. Again, they do not want to be JWs. They see the harmful effects that could cause them, and they just don't believe in the whole thing. I mean, the approach that the congregants of my wife's hall and family, her side of the family that are JWs, are having no effect on them because they just can't relate. The whole message for kids is just tone deaf. And, with kids, their attention span is very little. And with the advent of today's technology being the smartphones and instant screen streaming television or whatnot, PC or whatever, they don't have no patience to be listening to, a rhetoric from the JW dogma and to spell out what that means or how do they come to that conclusions and things like that, because every time my kids ask the hard questions like, okay, let's cut to the chase, why is the governing body the faithful and discreet slave? And when the JWs start to come up with the Daniel's recollection of the 7 years of the tree being cut down or something like that, whatever, and all these other things, they shut down because they're like, this is not really following. But anyway, this is just a quick little update. Since my endeavor to sort of try to get my family out of this particular high control group, I have mentioned that I've kind of stopped trying to talk to my wife about this. I mean, she is just really ingrained in this, what do you call it, indoctrination. She's a preemie, physically in and mentally in. And anything I say is just, I think it's just all the years that I've been married to her. I would say the first 15 years, with me trying to kind of drop little hints there that this is not right as an organization. What they're saying is really, not what they are doing behind the scenes. But she won't have none of that. And I think deep down inside, in a subconscious level, she is really scared to lose her family and friends and social network. She's a social JW. So with that, I have not tried to talk to my wife about the situation or anything, and focus my total attention to my children. They're both teenagers. One's my oldest is a young adult now. She's legally considered an adult, but and they don't want no part of this whatsoever. So that is great. That kind of gets the pressure off of my shoulders a little bit, and I could sort of kind of focus, around my wife. But like I said, I'm not going to pursue that sort of activism with her to try to wake her up, because she's not ready. That's plain and simple truth right there. She's not willing to listen to any reasoning or anything like that. She's just not ready. Like from the words of J.W. Fairy Tales back in the day, he said that these people just needs to have their own personal Armageddon for them to kind of start seeing, the light of all of this. So that's what I'm waiting for. And you know what? The society, the Watchtower, they're doing a really good job on their own, waking people up with all these changes. I mean, at the end of this, recording, I have a hidden recording with my wife when I told her that, hey, I just heard that you guys are not doing time anymore, reporting your time. And she kind of like looked at me sideways and was asking, how'd you know about that? And I'm like, well, I keep tabs on you guys. People leak information from your organization all the time, and I keep track of what's going on with the elders' letters and all these other things. I'm very open to my researching and seeing, apostate YouTube channels and all that good stuff. So it's no secret there. For me, as far as I'm concerned, it's out in the open. And if she really wants to talk about it, I just put that ball in her court for whenever she wants to play. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing because I have to keep an eye on these people to make sure that they don't, screw up my family. My wife's made her decision, so, that's on her. But, yeah, since that particular announcement, there has been like 2 or 3 other bombshells that's really quick as far as new light or changes in their culture to where, it's like 180-degree turn, like having beards now and some other stuff that happened too. I can't remember them all, but it is a lot in a short time frame. And when I made this video, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, whenever the announcement came out that they're not going to do any field time reporting. That was the biggest news yet and nothing else. So, of course, I jumped on it and kind of took that opportunity to kind of put my wife on notice that, hey, I'm watching these people and look what they're doing, And I kind of wanted to see what kind of reaction I would get to and record it and show the all you folks out there in the wild about, what this type of relationship it is with me and my wife as far as JW. Anything outside JW world, we're a normal, loving couple with a nice little family. So with that, I would cut to the recording. It's a really short one, and it's very muffled, and you hardly can make out what I'm saying. So I kind of transcribed some of the conversation on print on the screen, so you could read along. So yeah, this is her reaction as to the town reporting, and her elder is a high muckety muck in the JW organization. So he was actually at the annual meeting in New York when they made this announcement. And of course, when they made the announcement, he went back to kind of like show off to his congregation that, hey, this is the new light that I got fresh off the presses before it was officially released to everyone else. So my wife knew about this at the time. That way before it was released to the regular rank and file over the TV. So this kind of gives me some kind of, I would say, authenticity when I tell her that this has happened and you guys don't know about it, because I got the leaked, notices and letters and everything before anybody does out in JW world, the rank and file. So that's really a little bit messing with her in a way. And I got another recording which I was reading to her about the February 2024 elders letter and what they say about Zoom meeting and not passing judgment on those who are healthy and could be at the meeting, that they shouldn't be looked down upon or judged if they just want to do it on Zoom alone. Being guilted into this, because that same elder that went to the annual meeting, her elder has been keeping a tight hold on the Zoom, what do you call it, passwords and everything, and just giving them out to people that are actually sick or elderly, and not anybody else that just want to be on there and not actually show up in person, where other congregations of the same hall are giving out the Zoom codes and everything. So there's like a discrepancy as far as these elders that are taking things under their own authority to do these changes without following suit with everyone else. My wife called her sister-in-law that lives like 300 miles away, and the sister-in-law can go to Zoom and do all this stuff and everything, where my wife cannot because she's not given the access codes to Zoom because she's not sick or elderly. So there's a discrepancy there as far as, the oneness of the whole JW clan there. And my wife has noticed this, and she was talking to my sister-in-law about this, and the sister-in-law was like, you should write a letter saying, this, that, and the other. But my wife doesn't want to rock the boat, so, but I told her about that particular elder's letter about, coming from the top, they're being slapped the wrist to stop doing that and just let everybody be on Zoom, and not to admit people that are healthy on it and stuff like that. So, there are cracks, and the people out there are noticing it. The rank and file are noticing it, all the discrepancies, but they're still kind of, they're still under that hold. So, okay, here's the recording, and that's about it. What? Looks like you don't have to count time anymore.
Oh, I know.
Doing your field thing?
Oh, cool. What do you know about?
I know.
You're so weird.
I keep tabs on your people.
Well,
but
brother told me yesterday he's in New York right now, and he went to that annual meeting.
Oh yeah, in person?
Yeah, and he says it's going to be broadcasted next week sometime or whatever. So you let me know everyone in there.
I knew it yesterday, but
know when it's broadcasted. So that's cool, because I hate the time part.
huh?
I hate the time part. I'm always making up time.
Really? You lie?
I don't lie, but I just I must have got at least 2 hours, because or I don't like to call him if I don't have any time.
No,
he doesn't care though. He's very cool, it doesn't matter.
No, you don't have to say anything. He goes, I did something.
He probably thinks I'll that part.
Well, I gotta get ready.